With CSGO noting in the recent update that CSGO is stronger than ever with 20 million average monthly players, record major viewership, and over $70 million raised through viewer passes, sticker capsules, etc., and a new peak player count today that we haven't seen since May of 2021, it'd be a perfect time for a new operation. I also think an operation coming soon is a lot more realistic than Source 2 coming soon. So today, let's talk about the best ways you can profit from an operation, whether with skins you own now or from the actual operation itself. So as always, if you do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Help me get to over 50k subs, and just before we get into it, check out this quick pre-roll from the sponsor Skins Monkey on how to get a free $5 trading your CSGO skins.
Hi you! Yes, you! Would you like to get $5 for free for your first trade? Just use skinsmonkey.com and get your extra skins. See description below to enjoy the special promotion and receive 5% cashback for trading your CSGO skins.
Okay, so first off, I want to cover the actual dip in price across the market that should come with an operation in detail. It's something I've covered before, but I think it's going to be slightly different this time around, and here's why. I want to start by saying I still think we're going to see a crash on the Steam market when the operation does come. If you're not familiar, this is something everyone has looked over and talked about since it happened. It's happened in cases, skins, higher tier knives near the $1,000 point, really just everything in the CS market, all when Operation Riptide got released on September 21st. Now, I'm going to compare it to Antwerp and how the market has reacted to this time around with a major, and you'll see why in a second. But it was incredibly similar to Stockholm Hype at the very beginning. We saw a big initial push right when these things got released, and even though Valve literally told us the exact date when Antwerp stickers were going to get removed from the game, a week before they did, we still saw the hype exactly when they got removed. Now, let me say how this compares to the next operation and how the market will react. I think we're once again still going to see a dip. I don't think the market is going to react in a completely different way, and we're just not going to see a massive drop in price. But just like last time around with the major, I think people are going to capitalize off the early gains or in the operation situation an early crash in the market to buy off of. And we just won't see this crash last anywhere near as long as we did Riptide. During Riptide, the crash lasted for a bit over 2 months. The operation dropped on September 21st once again, and just around the first week of December, we really started to see items get out of that slump and continue on the crazy run that we've seen up until now. It seems to still be continuing, so it's been a crazy run. And while I don't want to give an exact time period that I think the crash will last this time around, because honestly, my guess is as good as your guys', I think if you want to capitalize off it, don't wait around for months, because a lot of people will have plans to do so. This crash is incredibly expected by anybody that wants to try and make money in this game, and I don't think it's anything worth panic selling on. As we've seen in the past, things tend to go back up in a pretty short period of time. Even like 2 months for things to get back to where they were isn't that long, because it's a massive crash across the market. So if you want to buy stuff then, you feel free, but it's not going to last as long as last time around. I feel like it wouldn't really make sense since everybody knows about it now. Now, how to profit from an actual operation. You still have a ton of options. Since the entire market crashes, you could start by flipping skins there or just buying in at that point and holding for long term if you believe the market will still continue up. With how well CSGO player count is doing right now, how well the market is doing right now as well, an operation presumably going to bring in even more players, a major coming as well in the next few months to bring in even more players, I don't really see how anyone can have a negative outlook and say CSGO is dead at this point, even though that narrative has been going on for absolutely ages. The game is doing extremely well. So when it comes down to what you actually want to buy, it's really up to you. You have a million different options. I'm not just going to pick one thing. You can look at the charts and determine it from there. What I will say though is cases have probably been the strongest on the market currently, so I definitely think they're worth looking at. Especially cheaper cases just have an absolute ton of potential, but whenever I name a specific item, I'm called a market manipulator. So what I'll say specifically when it comes to skins, cases, whatever you're looking at, just ask yourself, is the skin or case rare, as in not being dropped in game anymore? Does it have hype behind it? Do people actually want it? Or is it just a really limited item that nobody wants? Or is it oversupplied like an Operation Broken Fang skin, for example, or something like that? Just find out the fundamentals of the item and how it will perform long term. If you're looking at skins, for example, people will always need knives, and if there's more players, prices will probably go up long term as people tend to hold on to knives for a long time. And if there's less circulating supply, prices should easily go up. Keep in mind, certain knives are still being dropped in game in cases, so maybe take a look at older knives. That could be a possibility. But as for the actual operation, assuming that we see the same sort of shop as we have in Operation Riptide and Broken Fang, agents, stickers, and cases are the three main things that I'm looking at, which is surprising if you haven't looked at the charts, but all the skins really seem to be oversupplied nowadays. While agents are really limited, everyone seems to always waste their stars on cases for that easy money, so presumably with much more limited supply in the random stickers, agents, it leads to some nice long-term gains, and at least that's what we've seen in the past. And that's what I would recommend looking at personally, unless Valve fundamentally changes the way the operation works and the whole star system, but I doubt they will, because I'm sure it makes them a ton of money giving people this much freedom to buy whatever they want when an operation comes. But yeah, overall, I think that is going to wrap it up for this one. So as always, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It would help me out a ton. And of course, check out Skins Monkey for that free $5 bonus and giveaways as well. But for now, I'll see you guys next one. Peace.